Hello, my name is Casey Shreve, and I'm a game design student at Johnson County Community College. I would like to talk to you about a prototype of mine called Invincibility. This game is the first ever game that I created with Unity 3D. It was made for a class called Rapid Prototyping, where we were given 2 weeks to create a game, given a certain theme. This game's theme is Invincibility. There are a lot of things that went wrong with this game. One of the major things that went wrong with this game is that it's my first time using Unity 3D. I originally was going to have a series of cinema scenes that told the tale of an invincible kung fu master, because he's so good at kung fu, that nothing can hit him, that lives a normal life while ninjas try to attack him and force him back into the life of kung fu. Kind of like a get out of retirement kind of thing. The reason why I say this went wrong was that having a story that involved takes way longer than 2 weeks, especially since I decided to hand draw pretty much everything of the game. Art itself took about 80% of my time, when really that 80% would have been better focusing on game mechanics. I also want to point out that I did 3 mini-games. What should have happened was I should have chosen one of those mini-games and then focused my attention on those instead of having to scramble between 3 games. So for this first mini-game, the idea is you are given file folders that you have to file because you're at an office with an office job, being a clerk or something. The folders are color-coded, and you fold them away with the corresponding color. Every so often, a ninja shoots an arrow at you. You have to hit a button to catch the arrow. Something that went wrong with this one is you can hit the button too early and have to hit it again to actually hit it on time. So you can catch an arrow multiple times before it recognizes you actually caught it. Or even worse, you can hit the button a couple times and miss the actual window and be hit with the arrow even though you caught it twice. So without further ado, here is the office portion of the game. Oh, and as a side note, the audio on this game was made through a free procedural generation music machine. Unfortunately, they didn't have any martial arts style music. They only had kind of this medieval harpsichord. So that's what I got. It completely breaks immersion, just like this how to play screen. Everything breaks immersion. So much went wrong with this game. Something that did go right, the art itself went okay. I actually got enough done and in the game to at least somewhat convey what I'm doing. There's a cinema scene that I'll show later on that shows how a cinema would play out. So there's some stuff here that works, but it really kind of falls short for the assignment itself. Still got a decent grade, got a B, but you'll see. Alright, so let's file away some folders. You also have a Zen meter that drops when you make mistakes, and when you lose too much Zen, you can't live your normal life anymore. Also, if you take too long to file the folder, it'll drop anyways, and you'll get counted for wherever it falls. So a lot of this is rubbing your head and patting your tummy. Do multiple things at once, and don't mess up. I personally like the SpongeBob SquarePants title cards. I've used them in several other projects. They're very fun and great. I have some UI errors in this game as well. One of the things that went wrong would be GUI skins. I accidentally used Unity's old legacy UI system to make the UI. That is why there are a lot of off-center and just off UI elements. This game here is a simple drop-and-catch game. Catch the groceries, don't catch the ninja stars. Something that went right, I wanted a fight scene in the background. So I made kind of a little cinema fight scene of the Kung Fu Master. Catching enough groceries makes the thing move on. Yay, ninjas defeated. Later that same evening. Okay, I'm actually pretty proud about this minigame in particularly. What went right with this video game? Or this minigame, specifically. You never really see a drinking minigame. The only game that has really ever done drinking is the bartender tap video game, where you have taps of beer and you fill the mugs and give them to the patron. There's never really a minigame for consuming alcohol. So I wanted to make a video game where you drink a beer. To drink the beer, you have to mash down the spacebar a bunch to raise the drink to your face and take a sip. There is commotion behind you with other bar patrons, so you have to stop pressing the spacebar when people appear behind you. Else they jostle you and you spill your beer. Keeping with the Kung Fu theme, people try to punch you, so you have to push the left or right to dodge punches. There are some things that went wrong with this particular minigame. One of the things is with the punches, the indication is not clear as to when you need to dodge. It's very clear when the punches are coming, but not when you actually need to press the button. So here we go, let's drink some beer. Alright, so there's my dodge. And pushing the spacebar gets the beer. Here comes a punch. So I dodged that punch. Oh, I kept drinking when people were behind me. Dodge that punch. I guess I'm not dodging it that well. Something that did right, I did pay very close attention to getting audio and visual confirmations on a lot of the things here. As you can see, figuring out when to dodge is pretty tough. I did make it so you had to at least put the beer down a little bit to drink again. Four, 3, 2, oh, so close. 1, huzzah, I'm Zen. So completing all of the games makes you Zen. I also added a credit screen. Now, a little about the credit screen. For the rapid prototyping class, it was suggested that making a single credit screen that you can just drag and drop into all your different prototypes for the class would be beneficial. So I made this kind of little shooter game using a standard Unity asset particle effect, the little explosion and sound, and then just made a little shooter with the camera. With the camera itself, let me quit this here. There we go. With the camera itself, it has a limitation within the box to move about, and you right-click to shoot. I do have several adaptations as I improved upon the credits minigame, as I went along. So that was Invincibility. One of the things that I need to do better, and I have done better, is I have moved away from the legacy GUI skins of Unity for UI development, and have started using Unity's wonderful UGUI. Oh my god, so much better. So much better. So good. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to show off a few more games here, and I hope you enjoyed. Once again, all of my prototypes are in my itch.io repository linked below. Feel free to browse, play, comment, and subscribe, I guess. Once again, my name is Casey Shreve. Have a good one.